setters, and happy New Year's. Today we're going to be talking about safety travel tips. These are some great tips that I'm giving out that I use, and also some advice that I got from fellow travelers. So let's jump right into it. Number one, always trust your gut and check your surroundings. Be aware of your surroundings. So you know if you go somewhere or if you're talking to someone, if something's not right, if you feel that it's not right, leave. Go ahead, remove yourself from that situation. Whatever it is, just trust it. Because a lot of times your gut is right and you know what's right. Going along with that is be aware of your surroundings. Look around. If it's not right, then leave. If you're in a shady part of town, leave. Pretty much don't do it somewhere else if you don't do it at home, okay? Right after that, number two. Have confidence. Whether you're walking down the street, you're trying to look for the train or the bus, you're trying to look for your hostel or hotel, people there don't know that you're a tourist. Be confident, look up, have a smile, act like you know where you're going, even when you feel like you have no idea. So don't show your vulnerability while you're out there. Take a step back, go into a store, into a coffee shop, somewhere safe where you can look at your map and you can figure out where you're going. Okay? Number three, oh yes, we're already on number three. Don't flash your cash. When you go out during the day, don't take all of your money with you. Have it stored in different places, in your backpack, a little bit in your luggage, roll it up in your undergarments. Don't take it all with you. Don't take out all the money you have in public when you're buying something. That just sets you up for people who are looking for tourists to prey on. So again, you don't have to be flashy. You don't have to take all your money with you. Maybe take a little bit of money and one of your credit cards or debit cards out for a day, and then maybe you take a break and go back to your hostel hotel, get a little bit more. So I wouldn't suggest bringing all of your money with you out and about all at one time. All right, we're rolling right through. So number four is make copies of your travel documents. What I do, I make a copy of my passport PDF form. I email it to myself. I also have a screenshot on my phone, and then I send it to a family member to have as well. All of your accommodation information, your itineraries, what train you need to catch, have all that stuff downloaded offline. Have a copy of it. So if you don't have any service where you are, or if you lose your passport or your ID, you know that you have copies of it. Even if you lose your phone, if you can go to an internet cafe somewhere or to a library, you're able to actually print and download and get copies of all of your important documents. So no matter if you're going internationally or even if you're flying domestically, in the United States where I'm at, it's important to have copies of your travel documents. Okay, moving right along with that, having a copy of your passport is great because if you lose it and you have a copy, it's easier to get it when you go to the U.S. Embassy. And speaking of that, which is our fifth point, make sure you roll in S.T.E.P. This is a government program for the U.S. Embassy to find you. So if you're in London and something was to happen, they're able to alert you out there, also giving you a phone call or tips on where to evacuate, or if you need to leave the country you're in, how to get out of there. So it's great. Make sure you enroll in the S.T.E.P program. I will link it below so that you can have it. All right, we are steaming through this. Number seven, try to arrive to your accommodations in the daytime. If at all possible, try to get there in the daytime, especially if you're leaving the airport and you're taking public transportation. Don't arrive late at night, because sometimes if you don't know where you're going or it's your first time there, you may get lost, and you don't want to do that. Try to arrive in the daytime. But if you do arrive at night, what I do, I just pay the extra cost for a car service to get me to my accommodations. I don't even deal with the train or a taxi or trying to find the bus. I just let it be easier on myself, especially after a long day of travel. So make sure you have your transportation set up, you know where you're going, tit for tat for so you don't get lost. And that's super, super important, especially if it's your first time going somewhere and you're traveling solo, or even if you're in a group and you're the person leading the group. It's important that you know exactly where you're going. So if you're arriving, I say anything after 7:30, 8 o'clock, just opt for car service. And I'll put some recommendations down below in some of the cities that I go with that actually service everywhere that I actually take when I arrive late at my destination. All right, we're already on number 7. My tip, and I do this and I double check, download offline maps and apps, because a lot of times if you're not paying for international plan, you might not have it and need to wait till you connect to Wi-Fi when you get to your hostel or hotel, but you really need to know where you're going. Make sure you download offline maps. Google has a great offline map that I use all the time. Also, Mapsme is really good. It even saves your location and directions, and you can pre-program those right into the offline map before you even get there. So a lot of times I will do from the airport to my accommodations, from my accommodations to the nearest restaurant or grocery store, so I know where to go and to get something to eat as soon as I get there. So you can plug all that in and you can have it set up for you. You can even screenshot the directions, make it even easier for yourself. So make sure you download your maps. All right, number 8, we are moving right along here. Be careful about connecting to Wi-Fi networks and quick charging ports. And I say that to say is a lot of times when you keep on your Wi-Fi network, it keeps your identity. So imagine, for example, if you've ever connected at a Starbucks or you go to a McDonald's, as soon as you get there, it pops up letting you know Wi-Fi is available. You don't even have to sign in anymore. It just connects you right away. So it is keeping your sign-in information, your identity with you wherever you go. And sometimes all Wi-Fi networks, some of them are not secure, they're open, and people can steal your information. So be careful about that. And then going with that is the quick charging ports. A lot of times you see them at coffee shops or the airports. You're plugging in the USB data port, and that can transfer information or files right off of your phone if you're not careful. So I would definitely double check, make sure it's in a safe location. Take a portable battery charger with you so that way you don't have to plug into anyone's external drive to charge your phone up, and you have it there with you. I'll link also the portable battery charger that I take with me everywhere, and it is really great for you to have it, okay? We are almost done. We are on number 9, and this is all about don't overshare. That includes on social media, because somebody who didn't know that you were gone from home, they know you're gone, they might go to your house and try to take something, but you don't want to overshare, especially if it's you are traveling solo. You don't want to tell them where you're staying at, what your room number is, what your whole itinerary is. It's okay to hold back. It's okay to not share so much information. And even on like Facebook and Instagram, you don't have to check in everywhere you go. Keep some of that stuff to yourself, especially if you are traveling solo. So just be careful about oversharing in public to strangers and other people. But going right into that, number 10, communicate. Communicate with your family and your friends. Check in with them. When you hit the airport, you get off that flight, if you have your international plan and you can connect your phone or into the airport's Wi-Fi, let them know, hey, I made it safe. I'll check in with you when I get to the hotel. And then once you're at the hotel, you can check in again, write an email, a quick text, and then maybe if not every day, every couple days, or however your communication is with your family and friends, check in. Let them know that you're okay. It's totally fine to do it. When I'm traveling solo, my family, they like to know where I'm at. So I check in with them constantly just to let them know that I'm safe. And it's better to over communicate than not communicate at all and they think something's wrong. Okay, so that was number 10. Don't forget to communicate with your families and friends. All right, number 11. Let's talk about travel insurance. I actually did a great video on travel insurance. It's linked above. Make sure you go there and check it out. Get travel insurance Do not leave home without travel insurance. You might think you don't need travel insurance because nothing ever happens to you, but it'll be that one time that something happens to you and you need travel insurance. A great example of this is when I went to Mexico. I went flying off of the ATV. I hurt my leg really bad. That would have been a terrible trip if I didn't have travel insurance to get the coverage that I needed and to be looked at. So have travel insurance. It even comes in handy if you're somewhere. Some of the plans, I always opt in for the higher plans because they will pay for someone to come over to the country I am and my emergency contact and actually get me and fly back home with me. And that's absolutely amazing, especially if you get stuck in the hospital for a couple days, somewhere from home. The flight is paid for. They come, they stay with you until you're released from your hospital, and then you get to go home. So I will leave recommendations of travel insurance below. Moving on to the next point, I believe this is number 12. Don't get too drunk. I love to get turned up when I go on vacation, but you still need to be aware of your surroundings. You need to check your drinks. If you have a drink on the table and you leave, go dancing or go to the bathroom, get another drink. Don't even drink out the same cup. Protect yourself, especially you, ladies. I'm talking to you. Protect yourself. Get a fresh drinks, and even gentlemen. Always know what you're drinking and how much you can drink. If you cannot handle your alcohol, don't overdo it. Make sure you get back to your accommodations safely. So if you have any travel tips that you have or anything you want to share, make sure you comment below. I love hearing travel tips and things I can use while I'm out and about traveling around the world. All right, we are now on number 13. We are almost done here. I only had 15 tips for you. 13, don't forget to lock your stuff up in your hostels or hotels. Yes, I said even in the hotels, make sure you use the safe. Make sure you're putting all your valuables away. If I go somewhere and I stay in a hotel, I put the do not disturb on my door. I don't need service at all. I'm good. I don't want anyone coming in. I don't want them messing with my stuff. I'll ask for extra towels or extra linens or whatever I need, but I don't want anyone else coming in messing with my stuff or cleaning up, which that's something I can do for myself, but it's more for my security, knowing that my stuff is safe. A lot of hotels now have safes. You can leave your safe in there, but I do recommend always taking like your passport or your ID out with you everywhere you go. If you're in a hostel, some hostels do have lockers that you can use. Make sure you take a lock with you, lock your stuff under your bed, around a chair. When I stayed in my hospital, I had my purse and my valuables. They slept right in the bed with me every night, side of my pillow. I did not leave them out. I just wanted to make sure my stuff is safe. There are some people who are trusting and who are great and honest, and then there's others, some shady characters. So always you want to protect yourself. So definitely make sure you lock up your valuables. Okay. Number 14, try to blend in with the culture. Make sure you research where you're going, see how they dress, see what's allowed and not allowed. In some of the more conservative countries, you can't go out for ladies, tank tops, super booty shorts, even for the men's, the little muscle shirts and really short shorts. Make sure you blend in with the culture, respect their culture, know where you're going, dress appropriately, and just be respectful because you are there to visit and get that true experience of that culture. And lastly, number 15, don't do anything somewhere else that you wouldn't do at home. If you wouldn't pee on a side of the building at home, don't do it in another culture. And even if you do pee on the side of the building at home, don't do it somewhere else. Don't do it in another country. Don't do it in another state. Don't do it in another city. Just go have fun and be respectful. So we all know how to travel and travel right and how we would like to be treated. So don't do it. If you don't do it at home, don't do it somewhere else. Anywho, these are my quick 15 travel tips that I have for you. If you have any travel tips that you would like to share with me that I can use, make sure you comment below. Don't forget to subscribe, and there will be more videos, travel tips, how to save money, some more Jamaica videos, and please follow me as I am going to be traveling, getting ready for some actually traveling pretty soon here over to Europe, and I'm pretty excited. So stay tuned for more. Thank you, and I'll see you guys soon.